Hello, hello, hello. Hello. So, this is the first time I've ever done one of these types of videos. Um, I completely 100% stole the idea from the game Grumps. Not going to lie. I absolutely loved their video, so I had to do one myself. I thought it was hilarious. Plus, it's October, so I thought it would be extremely fitting for the month. So, the theme for this one today is which classic movie monsters can give the best kisses. A classic movie monster smooch tier list video. I try to include a pretty decent list of them. On Tier Maker, I could not find one that already existed like this, sadly, so I had to make my own. They did have like classic movie monsters, like the classic Universal monsters lists, but I tried to add a few other ones to kind of spice up the mix, to have a decent mixture of monsters. So, like, not necessarily movie monsters, but just like classic fictional mythological ones. But to clarify, it's not which monsters would you wish to receive smooches from the most, because that would not be an interesting list. I feel like that would just be S tier for everyone. Everyone would just go into S tier. That would not make for an interesting video. No, it's how good can these monsters give you a smooch? Because that is a more interesting dilemma and interesting thing to have a worthless argument about on the internet. Anyways, enough deliberation. Let's hop right in. I did not do these in any specific order. They're just, barfed at the bottom. So number one, we have like generic kind of fictional demon boy or girl. It's just like a demon. This is one that I feel like there's a lot of variety and like what you could define as a demon. Because the picture I picked is like a very like scary demon with like kind of a more monstrous face. Like, yeah, you could get into like a succubus or an incubus that has like a very human face. And I bet they would obviously be like S tier. Like, that's literally their job, to kiss you and probably suck out your soul. But then you get into like demons from like, like Doom that have like more of like a goat face. So I feel like there's a lot of variety in there. It really depends on what your first impression of like demon is. Are you thinking more like biblical demon, Doom 2016 demon, thinking like succubus demon? I'm gonna slap them in A, just because succubus is obviously gonna be good. Even like I feel like even like really really scary like monstrous demons probably still gonna give you some good kisses, even if they don't have the most human faces. Even if they have like a goat face, I feel like they'd still give you some pretty good smooches. Next is like a cyclops or like a giant. I think cyclopses are usually giant, aren't they? Anyways, so like a cyclops or a giant. Well, they're gonna be really big. I mean, if you're into like huge sloppy kisses, baby, They would probably crush your skull if they gave you a kiss. But if they were delicate, maybe. I feel like Cyclopses are very angry. So, well, if it's like the BFG, you know, like the big friendly giant, he could definitely have the ability to be gentle enough to give you a nice little peck, I feel like. But, yeah, I mean, if you've seen, like, Attack on Titan, I mean, like, I feel like they're probably going to eat you more than kiss you. Not that I'm complaining, but I feel like it'd be a very overwhelming kiss. Overwhelming. So maybe leaning towards B and C for that smooch. It would be not the worst, but it would be kind of either deadly or overwhelming. I'm gonna put that maybe in C. C for Cyclops. Then we have like a merfolk. Like a merman or a merwoman. I feel like they'd give great kisses. I mean, Shape of the Water, Zora's, probably 10 out of 10. They're usually depicted with very human-like features, I feel like. Maybe a little bit of the fish lips, a little bit, which might be a little gross. I mean, fish lips are kind of gross. I mean, I always think of that video of, like, the what is it, the puffer fish that goes like, oh. Fish lips are kind of gross. They're slimy. But, I mean, hey, sliminess might actually make the kiss better. You know? Pretty lubricated. I'm gonna put them in A. I feel like merman kisses would be great. I feel like they'd be really good. They would be very good at kisses. Plus, I mean, they would be surrounded by other mermaids, so they would be able to, you know, practice on each other. I feel like they'd be pretty good at kissing. What do we have next? Oh, vampire. Of course. The classic. The one that defined them all. It's literally the metaphor for, like, sexual predators. Maybe I shouldn't say that first before we talk about kissing. I mean, yeah, literally their whole thing is about kissing. It's literally the kiss of death. Like, do I need to say more? That's like S tier. Like, even if you're like a creepy Nosferatu one with like super big fangs hanging out, I mean, like, I feel like you'd still be able to give very good kisses. Very good kisses. Let's see, what do we got next? A naga creature. A snake person. I think some people sometimes draw nagas with human faces, but 9 out of 10 times I think I see them strictly with snake face. So, like, no lips, just snake fists. So, no smooching in terms of lips, but I feel like you'd get that tongue action, you know? That snake tongue. Flip, flip. I feel like that would be a nice kiss. That'd be like a French kiss. You wouldn't be able to be casual, you know? You could kind of boop your snoots together. That'd be real cute. Actually, yeah, you could do a lot of that, what's that called? Bunny kisses? They'd be good at bunny kisses. But then if you want to get, like, into it, I'm gonna put them... God, I keep putting everything in A. I'm sorry! I'm gonna put them in A tier. I'm gonna put them in A. I feel like they'd be great. Give you the boops and then the deep French kisses. It'd be good. Let's see. What have we got next? Aliens. So this one's like the demons, right? I feel like I needed to separate demons into, like, succubi and like, you know, doom demons. Because I feel like succubi would have been, like, S tier, and, like, these kind of guys would have been B tier. I wonder if I could do that. Can I, like, duplicate him or something? Can I, like... This kind of demon, I'm just gonna put in B. Okay. I feel better about myself. I gotta fix this and put like a succubi and put it in S. Anyways, aliens, like the demons, there's so much variety. Like, yeah, in our media, we kind of tend to be unoriginal and just kind of go with the gray alien design. Kind of like this guy from Mass Effect. I unfortunately have never played Mass Effect, so I don't know his name. But they tend to give him these big heads and these big bulging eyeballs and these kind of gross mouths. Like, do they have teeth? Do they have tongues? We don't really know. So I feel like this type of alien would be like C tier, probably. They wouldn't be great at all. Especially because they're so foreign to us. Like, would they even know what a kiss is? They would probably be like, oh my god, what are you trying to do to me? You know? But then they have, like, the very generic kind of, I don't know. They have other kind of cool aliens, right? Like, maybe it could be some kind of ethereal creature. But I'm gonna put them in C. You know, like, the gray alien, I'll call it. But cooler aliens definitely probably exist. Cooler designs that are, like, I don't know, not human looking. Moving on, we have, like, your Terminators, your hyper-intelligent androids. You know, your very sleek, plastic kind of robots. Kind of like the alien. I feel like they'd be terrible kissers because they're so robotic. They're like, what is this action that you are performing on me? It does not compute. Especially because a lot, like the Terminator, a lot of them, their faces are just like a big flat thing that I feel like isn't very like malleable, so I don't think it would contort well, like, to your face. Like, as much as I would like to kiss a robot, I feel like it would not. I don't think it would not reciprocate it very well. Especially the ones that we're producing right now. Like, a lot of the ones I've seen are just like a literal flat. They're, like, cool looking. Like, they have just the flat, like, what's his name? Samuel Hayden's. Literally just, like, a flat thing. They either are no lips or C. Yeah, they're gonna border between C and no lips. Like, as much as I would want to smooch an android, they would just be like, I literally have no face. There were some pictures that I saw that I was picking for this one where, yeah, they are either Terminator or have no face. Anyways, moving down the list, we have the classic zombie. Well, if you're lucky enough that they still have their lips and face, I mean, some of them, their jaws may not even be intact, and you might just get tongue. Which, again, like the Naga, might be fun. You might get goop lips. You're gonna get some goop action. I don't think zombies are gonna be good kissers. I think they're just gonna go at your face and munch. Yeah, just because 9 out of 10 times their faces are probably gonna be so decayed. I think they're gonna just straight up be in the no lip territory. Or no jaw. Or no anything. And if they do get to your face, they're gonna just munch it. I mean, if you're lucky enough to have, like, N or R, whatever his name is, if they're sentient and nice, maybe they might give you a nice little... But he's gonna go with the no lips, no jaw territory for me. God bless. Zambos. I have seen centaurs be included in monster lists. I don't really consider them monsters, but I mean, they are a bit scary. I mean, they can be very good at hunting, and I guess they're a bit cold emotionally. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't be good at kissing. I have no idea why they wouldn't be. They're literally just half a person on a horse. I mean, yeah, maybe they would be a little emotionally distant, so maybe A rather than S. They might not be super into it. But yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't be great at kissing. They're literally just a person. Like the vampires. They're just a person. I'll stick them in A. Just because emotional reservations, and they might just want to kill you instead and stomp you to death. They're usually like that in movies. Next is a werewolf. And I'm assuming the lycanthrope type, not just like turns it into wolf. Like little pupper. Interesting. Interesting. Because when you have a wolf face, again, you lose the lippage. You lose the lippage. You get a lot of teeth. You get a lot of tonguage. Get a lot of fuzziness. So you can't really smooch very well. But you do get that tongue action. So I feel like it's kind of like when you get a wet kiss from your doggy, maybe. It'd be very violent kisses. Like extremely violent kiss, like biting, licking. So if you're into that, he'd be a good one. I put him in B tier, maybe. B tier. Like, not your traditional type of kisses. But, you know, if you're into that kind of stuff, a lot of, like, neck sucking and whatever, he's there for you. Oh, skeleton. Skeleton, my dude. Ooh. Again, this is not a who I would like to be kiss. Who I'd like to kiss. This is a how good you can kiss. You are unfortunately the worst of the worst. You have no lips. I mean, they could, like, bump you with their, like, what is that called? Like, the thing, like, above where your teeth are? What is that, like, your mandible or something? They could literally just bump you. They could just smack into you. They could give you a metaphorical smooch. But that's about it. Romance with the skeleton is difficult. Alright, next is a Dullahan, like a headless horseman type thing. So they do still have their head. It is just not, you know, attached to their body anymore. It's just, they're holding on to it. Or in the case of Sleepy Hollow, it's been replaced by like a jack-o'-lantern or something. I'd say B tier, leaning to C tier for these guys. Maybe C tier. I'd say maybe, cause one, you gotta deal with the fact that the head is no longer attached. No, B. I'd say B. Cause like you could do some cute stuff with that. Like they could hand you their head. And, that means very easy to smooch, you know, just kind of hold it up to yours and just, you know. I think usually, again, the way they describe the head, it's either rotted. I think it's pretty rotted, but, I mean, I think they might still have some lips for smooching. So, I'd say pretty good, you know. You can hold the head up to your lips, give it a little peck, and then hand it back. That's pretty cute. They can make it work. Again, I think they usually say the head is rotted. But I mean, even a pumpkin head, you know, they can hand it to you and kiss the pumpkin lips. I don't know how that works. Give it a little peck. Hand it back. Next, we have angels. Again, I would not consider this a monster, but I saw it on all the lists. This one's gonna be interesting because are we talking like Are we talking like how they're drawn on magic cards and like in popular media where they've got like, you know, the halo and the flowy garbs and the wings? Or are we talking about like how Throne is depicted and the high ranking angels like that are just an eye and multiple wings, or like they cannot look upon you because their wings are covering their face and they're just wings and eyes and wheels and flames. Because that's gonna be a big difference. Because yeah, traditional angels, you know, might be decent at kissing you. They're not like supposed to, because, you know, they're like chaste or whatever. The other ones would probably incinerate you just by being in your presence. I'm going to... do I put them in no lips? Because they are biblically accurate angels? Or, I mean, the picture that I picked like the traditional angels. So I put them in like... I'd say like B. Like they can kiss you. They have a very human-like face, but I imagine they don't do it often. And if they did, it would be like the most chaste kiss ever. Like an angel is not gonna be like into it. It's just gonna be like they're done. Just like a little chaste kiss. It's gonna be like a C. Yeah, just like a very chaste just a little peck, a little smooch, an okay kiss. They can do it, but it's gonna be a little peck, a little smoocherino. Next we have slime people. So slime girls, slime boys. I mean, they can transform their face into whatever they want it to be. So. And it would, like, I guess, goop onto your face? That's a tricky one. Because they technically have no features, they have no skull, so it'd be like kissing a bowl of gelatin. It would be like kissing a bowl of gelatin. Like, it might be nice. It might be kind of squishy and nice. That might be like a B, maybe? Like a nice goopy kiss. A satisfying, like, goopy kiss. Like B or A for me, maybe? Somewhere between these two. Somewhere in here. Probably, like, the same logic of, like, the fish kiss, but with, like, less behind it, you know? Because there's no skull in there. There's nothing supporting it. I'd say a B. B's good for that one. B's solid. Alright, we got Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster. I mean, as long as he doesn't kill you, probably 10 out of 10. If he's not angry, probably be a little cold. As long as you're fine with the fact that it's Frankenstein, yeah, probably fine. Probably great. Can't complain. I mean, if he was being romantic about it, yeah, can't complain. Honestly can't complain. As long as the way he was patched up, the lips were intact, yeah, man. It's totally fine. Oh, I just noticed one of the pictures I uploaded didn't get added to this. Oh well. I'll have to fix that. Next. We got a Harpy. Yeah, I mean, again, a lot of the ones that just have, like, a human face, I feel like there's... A lot of times the Harpies are never depicted with, like, a bird face. So, I mean, like... I would see no issues with Harpies giving good smooches. I feel like they would be wonderful smoochers. I got those wings. Yeah, S tier. Absolutely. Because they're never depicted with, like, beaks or anything. Nothing like that. Next is the Invisible Man. This one's a funny one, because you'd think, like, no lips, right? But no. He physically exists. You just can't see him. S tier. S tier. Because he's basically a normal human. You just can't see him. So he can still, his smooching ability has not been lowered. It's just you can't see him. So it's like almost more alluring in a way. Because you can't see the lips, but the lips are still coming. They're still coming. The lips are still there. Next is a ghost. How do you kiss a ghost? That's a good question. I mean, you might get a little bit of tingles. You might like be able to kind of quote unquote feel the kiss, maybe? Or like the cold shivers of a kiss, but it would not be pleasant, I don't think. Honestly, they might just drain your life energy if they kiss you. Probably not the best kisser. We got Swamp Thing, or like the creature from the Black Lagoon. I just kind of combined them both into one entity because they're so similar. I feel like he's similar to Frankenstein in size and shape and my brain space, but more dirty and more slimy. But not undead. Technically alive. I feel like he'd get a lot of stuff in your mouth if you try to kiss him, but he does have intact lips. They are definitely intact. So maybe like a B. Like, there's some stuff in the way. There's definitely some stuff in the way. There's some moss in there. Might get stuck on your lips if you try and kiss him. You know, there's some stuff in there. It might get stuck. But, you know, he's got some lips. They are, in fact, there. And he's not undead, so it won't feel like cold. It'll feel nice and warm and stuff. And I know I put Mummy in here somewhere. I just don't know why it's not there. For the classic Hollywood Mummy, I feel like they don't have a lot of lips left. They do have a tiny bit left. They do have, like, it's not just like teeth like a skeleton. If you brought some chapstick with you, because they're a little dry, you might be able to get them into, past the no lips, into maybe a I'd say a very low B, upper C tier. I'd say they would be in here, somewhere in here, because like they do technically still got their lips, and they were human, so like they would know how to kiss. They were once very beautiful people, maybe even royalty. So like they know how to kiss. It's just they're a little dry. So if you brought some good chapstick, maybe they upper C tier. You know, let's just pretend it would be right here. So wow, we got a pretty good blend here. Again, pretend there's a succubus up here, and this is like demons, and pretend there's a mummy floating around in here, and there you go. That's my fucking monster smooch tiers. Again, how good can they smooch you? Because if it was just who I would want to get smooches with, everyone would just be up here, and that would not be very funny. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that, and have a wonderful Halloween. Good day.